That toilet paper with a streak of red could be your body's final warning. Colon cancer is silently growing in 1 out of every 23 Americans right now. And by the time most notice, it's often too late. According to the American Cancer Society, colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths among seniors. Yet when caught early, the survival rate skyrockets to over 90%. But wait until it spreads? That plummets to just 13%. The tragedy? Most people miss these critical warning signs of colon cancer until it's advanced. I'm Vernon, and what I'm about to share could literally save your life. Today, I'm revealing the 5 deadly signals your body sends when colon cancer begins. Signals that over 150,000 Americans will experience this year alone. And stay with me until the end, where I'll share a simple assessment technique most doctors don't even discuss with their patients. Symptom number 1: blood in stool. My neighbor Richard, a retired postal worker who just turned 68, noticed something unusual one morning. It was just a few drops of bright red blood on the toilet paper. He told me over our weekly chess game. I figured it was just hemorrhoids and ignored it for months. When Richard finally mentioned it during a routine checkup, his doctor immediately scheduled a colonoscopy. The test revealed a tumor the size of a grape in his lower colon. My doctor told me I was lucky, 6 more months of ignoring it, and we'd be having a very different conversation about my future. Stories like Richard's aren't uncommon. In fact, blood in stool appears in about half of all colorectal cancer cases, according to the American Cancer Society. And it doesn't always look how you might expect. Sometimes it's bright red, other times it's darker or even black, depending on where in your colon the bleeding originates. Think of your digestive tract like a long river system. Blood from near the mouth of the river, your rectum, appears bright red, while bleeding from upstream or higher in your colon looks darker because it's had time to be partially digested. Even tiny amounts of blood that you can't see, doctors call this occult blood, and can be detected through simple screening tests. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, like, but Vernon, hemorrhoids cause bleeding too. You're absolutely right. But here's the troubling reality. A recent study found that 15% of patients initially diagnosed with just hemorrhoids were later discovered to have colorectal cancer. That's why we can't afford to dismiss any bleeding. Remember former President Ronald Reagan? His life was saved because a routine test caught occult blood in his stool, leading to an early colon cancer diagnosis back in 1985. Early detection made all the difference for him. I'd love to know, have any of you ever noticed blood but hesitated to mention it to your doctor? Drop a comment below. Your openness might encourage someone else to speak up. Symptom number 2: changes in bowel habits. You know your body better than anyone, especially when it comes to your bathroom routine. That's why the second major colon cancer warning sign involves persistent changes in bowel habits. Pay attention to diarrhea lasting more than a few days, constipation that doesn't respond to usual remedies, stool that becomes pencil thin, a potential sign of a tumor narrowing the colon, feeling like your bowels aren't fully empty, even after a movement, changes in stool color, including dark or black stool, mucus in stool, which may signal irritation or inflammation. Why does this happen? Harvard Health explains that tumors can block stool flow, change colon function, or disrupt nerve signals controlling bowel movement, like pushing water through a pinched hose. Mayo Clinic reports that around 2/3 of colorectal cancer patients noticed bowel changes before diagnosis. The key? These are not one-off irregularities, they persist for more than 2 weeks. Take television journalist Katie Couric's husband, Jay Monahan. He dismissed his symptoms as stress-related. By the time he was diagnosed, The cancer had already advanced, and he was only 42. If your bowel routine suddenly shifts and stays that way, don't ignore it. Early action could save your life. But what if there are no visible changes, just a slow, silent drain on your energy? In the symptom number 5, we uncover how anemia could be your body's only cry for help. Symptom number 3, unexplained weight loss and fatigue. Has someone ever said, "You look thinner," and you took it as a compliment? Be careful, unexplained weight loss could be your body sounding an alarm. According to the National Institute on Aging, losing more than 5% of body weight in 6-12 months without trying, about 8 pounds for a 160-pound person, warrants medical attention. The danger? Many people celebrate effortless weight loss instead of questioning it. What's really happening? Cancer cells act like energy thieves. Dr. Andrew Chan of Massachusetts General Hospital explains they drain nutrients and release chemicals that suppress appetite and alter metabolism. This often comes with a unique kind of exhaustion, one that doesn't go away with rest. Common signs of cancer-related fatigue include feeling drained even after a full night's sleep, struggling with basic tasks like walking or talking, needing frequent naps but never feeling refreshed, mental fog or trouble concentrating, no relief from caffeine, naps, or breaks. The late actor Chadwick Boseman, who died of colon cancer at 43, described this debilitating fatigue long before his diagnosis. It wasn't just tiredness, it was being completely depleted. Yes, weight loss and fatigue can come from many causes, but it's their persistence and their appearance alongside other colon cancer symptoms that makes them dangerous. Symptom number 4, persistent abdominal discomfort. Martha, my 72-year-old sister-in-law, loved Sunday dinners until she started feeling an odd fullness that never went away. "I thought it was just aging," she said. After months of antacids and rising nausea, a test revealed a tumor in her transverse colon. Thankfully, she's now 5 years cancer-free. Those antacids just masked something serious, she reflects. Like Martha, many seniors dismiss persistent abdominal discomfort, a common but often overlooked colon cancer symptom. This can feel like cramping or sharp stomach pains, gas or bloating that doesn't resolve, nausea or occasional vomiting, a sensation of incomplete digestion or unusual fullness. Dr. Felice Schnoll-Sussman from Weill Cornell Medicine explains, cancer pain isn't tied to meals or bowel movements and tends to worsen as the tumor grows. Television personality Sharon Osbourne also shared that her early colon cancer signs felt like persistent stomach trouble, a clue she almost ignored in 2002. Early detection saved her life. Symptom number 5, anemia and colorectal cancer. As I told earlier, there's an important connection between anemia and colorectal cancer that many people miss. In fact, this 5th warning sign can be present even when you don't notice any other symptoms. What happens is this: some tumors in the colon bleed so slowly and gradually that the blood isn't visible when you use the bathroom. Over time, this hidden bleeding leads to iron deficiency anemia, a condition where your body lacks sufficient red blood cells to carry oxygen effectively. The New England Journal of Medicine reports that up to 75% of patients with right-sided colon cancers first present with iron deficiency anemia rather than more obvious digestive symptoms. The signs of anemia might include feeling unusually tired, weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, heart palpitations, or dizziness. The challenge is that many of us simply attribute these symptoms to getting older rather than recognizing them as potential warning signs. Dr. Walter Willett of Harvard Medical School puts it bluntly: new onset anemia in someone over 60 should always trigger an investigation for colorectal cancer, even without other digestive symptoms. Remember that iron supplements alone aren't an adequate solution if cancer is the underlying cause. A proper evaluation, including colonoscopy, is essential. When to see a doctor, and prevention. So friends, let's put all this together. When should you call your doctor without delay? If you experience any rectal bleeding or blood in stool, persistent change in bowel habits lasting more than 2 weeks, unexplained weight loss, ongoing abdominal discomfort, symptoms of anemia like unusual fatigue or shortness of breath. The American Cancer Society recommends colorectal cancer screening starting at age 45 for most people, but those with family history may need earlier screening. And here's the good news. When caught early, the 5-year survival rate exceeds 90%. Early detection truly saves lives. Beyond recognizing symptoms, here are 4 simple prevention strategies I practice myself. Regular colonoscopy screening. It's the gold standard. Maintaining a healthy weight through balanced eating. Getting at least 30 minutes of movement most days. Limiting alcohol and avoiding tobacco. I've shared a lot today, and I hope this conversation helps you recognize the warning signs of colon cancer early when treatment is most effective. I'd love to hear your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more health conversations that matter. Until next time, take care of yourself, because your health is truly your greatest wealth.